We're back on Little Red, guys. I was waiting on parts to come in. And I got the rear diff put back in. CV axles are put back in. My buddy Michael's going to come over this weekend and we'll do the brakes and brake calipers. The calipers should be in this weekend. Put the battery in. Put a whole bunch of the wire. I put everything wire-wise back together besides the power steering wire and the AC, which I just capped right now for now because they don't want AC in it. Put everything together. Couldn't figure out why it was not starting. I was like, I had it running before. This doesn't make any sense. Well, after extensive 3 or 4 days of working on it, the injectors, which I cut one in half, the other pieces somewhere, it was just like my first video of the gas tank, that black slime, they were clogged. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, I'm pretty sure I started up the injectors, or started it up before I pulled it, and it's had to talk to my brother-in-law, and it was pulled. We had the injectors pulled out, so it was just dripping from the fuel rail into the intake. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. So if you ever have an issue with your Miata, the best thing to do is to check your ohms on the injectors. The red and white wire should be this plug right here. Put the positive to it. Go ahead and put on the intake, the ground on the intake or something. If it's 12 volts, you got power to them. And then with my wife turning the key over, the yellow one should show like 1 to 3 volts, or back and forth. That's the signaling to fire. So I knew the wires and everything were good. So everything has been eliminated to just the injectors, which these things I just want to chuck, blow up. That's why I grinded one out. I was so pissed off. But they're not supposed to show up for a week and a half. But good old Rock Auto came in today. They came in today. So we're going to put some little bit of oil on these O-rings, lube them up, make them happy. Pop the fuel rail in. We should be on our first startup with it running and idling, which is, I'm so excited. You have no idea. Of course, this car is weird. It was throwing me off when I was working on it. I thought the fuel pump had to prime. Well, this is an OBD. This is like a pre-OBD one or something. So the 90s, they have these things called the AFM, which I guess is air flow meter. And it's this little thing in the intake. So, well, there goes that hose clamp. It's a little thing in the intake, and when you hold it down, it tells the pump air is getting sucked in. I need to prime the system and shoot fuel to the system. Did not know that, so I figured that out, and then that's what we thought was the issue, was a bad AFM. We know it works. If you're working on I think it's up to 93, they have this little diagnostic box that you can open up. Well, but you can, I guess okay, you can open up. Right in there, it'll say, the bottom right, it'll say FP, that's fuel pump, and then the bottom left, it says ground, GRAND. You can take a paper clip, and there's my alarm. You can take a paper clip and connect those two, and it'll bypass this. It'll keep it'll keep the fuel pump running. So it'll just do its normal pulsing by itself, which is ran by the cam position sensor in the back. So, which we know works. Also, another thing, this is how you adjust the alternator belt. I don't know if you can see that on video. It's crooked. I tried loosening in it, and it's bad. It's stripped out, and you can't find a part for that. I can't find a part anywhere at all. Did some research and found out that if you're having to replace that part, a Dorman's OE Solution 917-148 idle puller adjuster bolt kit, which is meant for a Mitsubishi, I don't know what motor, it bolts and threads right on in there. I don't know if you can see, the little shiny bolt bolts right in like nothing, like butter. So it's only $8. So if you're working on a Miata and you have an issue with that, you can bypass that with that bad boy. And then, what else am I forgetting? Oh, yeah, we got the cable ran down there. I haven't put it in yet because I had to get back under there. I pulled the transmission seal out and I ordered it. It's one of these bad boys and it should come in. And then I can put the drive shaft back on, put fluid in the rear or the tranny, and we can move with, only doesn't have brakes yet, but Michael's gonna come over and we're gonna knock them out this weekend, drink some beer, have some nice little friendship, fellowship going on around the Miata. What else am I forgetting before we start this bad boy up? I ordered a gimbal and a tripod for the GoPro. So no more air, like knocking the GoPro and stuff. It should be better quality. And then I'll do a time lapse this weekend of the rear end, the brakes, the rotors, and all that other stuff. But for now, the only thing I'm going to do off camera is plug in back the temp, or the air, what's it called? I think it's a temperature, the thermostat to the throttle body, PVC, and then my fuel rail, which is right here. All I got to do is plop in some new injectors, tighten it back down. Be good to go. I got all the bolts up here. And hopefully we start it up. We can't have it run for a while because radiator hoses aren't in yet. I haven't really been buying much of AutoZone, even though AutoZone's like 2 miles from the house. I've been having the Denny's stuff ordered through Rock Auto. I mean, shoot, you could tell over here, you get a Rock Auto sticker or magnet for every package. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've had 7 group packages coming to this car for this Miata, and I've saved so much more money. If you're willing to wait and you don't need the parts right there, dude, just go to Rock Auto and get it so much cheaper. I probably saved them a good solid like $400 or $500 on the parts that I've done so far. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it right now. Everything's on, everything's plugged in. I had it running with B12 and ether and WD-40. I got it to run. It ran like shit, but it ran, so I knew I had spark. So I eliminated all the other relays. Big old headache. There's something else that I want to say. I don't remember what it was going to be. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to talk to them after looking at these rent wheels. They don't look bad for OEM, and I've seen a lot of cool custom on the Reddit pages where they do some powder coatings and stuff. I want to talk to them about that. If they want like a new style, 5-spoke or whatever, we'll do that instead. I've got a great buddy that owns a tire shop down here in Hera, and we'll discuss stuff with him and get some stuff ordered in. Oh, that's right. Well, I was mind-boggling on the motor. It was hurting my head. I was freaking out. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't figure it out. I went ahead and ordered carpet, which I can't show the address, but it's a black carpet for everything to the trunk. So we're going to be putting that in soon once I get on the ground and moving. We'll do the more important stuff first. And then I have to talk to a guy on the Miata page about the PPF bolts. So what this is a power plant frame. So it hooks up to the diff and the tranny. And they have these little stupid cat nuts that go in here. Well, the bolts were stripped out. Well, they weren't stripped out. The cap nuts were they were free spinning. So I had to cut them, pull them all off. So I had to order new ones. Each bolt is like $20 a bolt. Luckily, I didn't have to do the transmission that way. It's just the rear diff. So if I have to, it's $40 plus 8 a piece for the cap nuts, which I think I'm going to help them out. And I'm going to sand here, and I'm going to go ahead and tack weld them in too, because I don't think they don't really stay in there well. They just have like it's like a spline that I don't think is smart and stupid at all. It's a piece of crap, so it is. So we're going to weld it in just a little bit, a couple of tacks. That way, if it were to start free spinning, the weld will hold it enough for them to loosen the bolt. But I mean, I can tell it's never been taken apart. They're seasoned, they're really good. But yeah, I'm gonna get to the fuel rail real quick, and then have the wifey come in, and we're gonna try to start her up. So until then, we'll be back. Give me for you guys, it'll be like a second. But but it'll be 10 minutes for me, so we'll be back. We'll be back. Are we ready for this? Are you ready?
Ready.
Yeah, don't start it yet though. All right, injectors are put in. The AFM is not plugged in, so we're going to bypass it with a screwdriver, which tells it to keep pulsing gas. So don't give it any gas, just push the clutch in, turn the key on. If it idles by itself, I did something good. Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, turn it off. Well, that's a good sign, Heather. I need to get this hose clamp before I forget it. Yeah, guys, the Miata runs. Now to get the cooling and everything on it, bleed the clutch, and get her running. Sounded pretty good besides the, you know, open headed. But, whew. That's it, guys. We're gonna end it there. You got anything to say?
Nope.
Nothing?
So happy. Fine.
We're grilling chicken, so we're gonna go have a family dinner. That's not a cruise or anything. It's just in our backyard. But yeah. Heck yeah, dude. This gets me so pumped up. It's crazy because I've never worked on a Mazda. I mean, Miatas are cool cars, don't get me wrong, but this thing can eat my butt. The whole motor can eat my butt. I would probably have better luck LS swapping this thing than rebuilding this 1.6. But it's got to pass smog. It's got to pass all that crap because it's going to Colorado. But I'm just happy it's done. We did it. We did it. It's a good sign. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it there. I appreciate everyone watching. Thank you for the views on our little cruise. I think it almost hit 200 like in a day, which is awesome. That got me motivated to work on this. I've only had 4 hours of sleep because I work graveyard. And then I saw the parts come in. So I'm like, gotta work in a Miata now. Gotta do a video. So we're gonna eat. I'm gonna go to bed. Go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna go talk to Maddie, ex-boy, and all my other homies and freak out over this car. But heck yeah, guys! Don't forget, if you're interested in this, the green car, the gaming videos, hit that like, subscribe, and I'm gonna keep them coming. I'm probably gonna. I want to do one car video, one game video a week. But since I've got 2 projects right now, I don't know if I want to do one green car, one Miata, one game. But I'm going to at least get a video out a week. This year's been hectic, but I'm excited, dude. We'll have the gimbal. We'll be doing the interior. I'll probably have my buddy Michael. He'll come over here and help me. We'll probably strip it all out and wash it like me and Casey did in the back. Get it all cleaned up. Because technically I have the flooring. We can put the flooring in and put the carpet all together now, actually. The seats will be redone or they'll get out. But heck yeah, dude. Progress, guys. Well, I'm out, guys. You guys have a good one. Put in the comments what you're working on. I want to know. I got to put the battery back on because I want to show the boys. But yeah, guys. Guys have a good one. I'm out. Deuces. Ah! Heather, say bye. Oh, she's not outside. Bye. I'll do it for her.